Good evening, Master Tanaka. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. I am Chico Xavier, and I am here to talk to you. Each one of you is here to even bring me several questions. So, of course, my experience will generate in you some benefit. So, I can even say that in an incarnated life, experiences of beings should always be exchanged, because the experience that one is living can bring some benefit to another being. So, what I experienced here, of course, can even generate in your desires to do something in your life, desires to act. What is acting? Many of you know some of my works. And of course, these works have been disseminated and have generated comfort for some people. Then, of course, through several books, this comfort was spread in a wider way. So, these books, you read them today, and even some beings orient their lives through these books. I can say that this is generating benefits. But each one has a way of thinking. So, you have a way of thinking. I also had a way of thinking when I was incarnated. And even my way of thinking, I didn't think anything about why I had my experiences. Because for me, as I had those experiences since I was a child, it didn't mean anything. You played as a child, jumping rope as a child. I played a few different things. That's it. Then, of course, I had my little friends. I even played some little children's game with them. You played with your little friends. They were incarnate. Mine were not, but they were my little friends anyway. So, what you come to understand? We all have experiences. We all have things to share. When I was incarnated, I even started to do these processes that today you call mediumistic, but for me, it was my daily life. So you call them mediumistic processes, and it started to gain value because everyone started to magnify me. It seemed that I was very important, but I was the same as everyone else. When I ate, drank, slept, I did everything the same. But of course, when these mediumistic processes became more intense, then these intervals that I had became a little smaller. So I can even say that many times I didn't sleep as much as I wanted. I didn't rest as much as I wanted. But of course, I had a commitment, so I had to fulfill it. I had a job to do. I had to do it because, hey, it was my job. It doesn't have to be any different. Each one of you also has your job. So, since it was my job, I had to do it the best way I could. The best way I could do it. I am not saying that I did the best, okay? That is not what I'm saying. But I am saying that I did the best I could. The best I could do. I did it. And within this best, I am happy. I am satisfied. Because I am sure that I left no regrets. Because it may not be the best for everybody, but I did my best. So I'm sure that I did my maximum. The maximum that I could do was done. That's what I consider that my commitment was fulfilled. There are many experiences to be shared, experiences that I realized in a particular way, experiences that are not even publicized because they are my experiences, experiences that I set out to accomplish. Because we all have one. We have a self-judgment. So, of course, in this self-judgment, I want to know if I am doing my best. Because if I'm not doing my best, I need to improve. If I am not being efficient for that person who is asking me for help, I have to improve. Because I set out to help. I set out to work for him. How can I not do my best? So, of course, many times when I was alone, I asked myself if I was doing my best. Am I really fulfilling my commitment or am I joking? Because I joked around a lot. So a lot of times I could be confused. It could be that I was working there doing my best, but I was still joking. Because all those beings, they were my friends. So I could be joking. That's why I evaluated myself. I would often stop and evaluate myself, and when I saw that I was not doing my best, then I knew I had to work harder. I knew that I was still not doing my best. So my commitment, I still wasn't fulfilling. I needed to work harder. So what should be observed? What is this working harder? It's not being in intense physical wear. Today I understand that I did a lot of damage to my body. Today I understand. Because I could never even say this was a misunderstanding that I manifested. I didn't need to do that. I didn't need to go through pain to understand the pain of those who were going through pain. Because as I wanted to understand that pain, I really wanted to do my best. So inside that idea that I had in my head, I thought, I need to feel pain. I need to feel pain to know what pain is, so that I can dedicate myself to it. Because only who knows what pain is knows what pain is. If I don't know what pain is, then how can I comfort those who are feeling pain? But today I understand that this is not necessary, because the pain that person was feeling could never be comforted through my pain. That pain that person was feeling could not even be healed through my pain. My pain was often even causing more pain, because those people who were dedicated to helping me, those people who were always willing to be around me, they suffered. They suffered because I was in pain. So that suffering caused many beings too to go through unnecessary pain. So I can say that this was also a work that I had to do afterwards, to re-signify. I can say that I did a work of self-understanding. I understood what I needed to, why I did this process, and within this, I forgave myself. Because if I didn't forgive myself, I would never stop feeling pain. I would be feeling pain until now. Because pain is a consciousness, and it is not because you disincarnate that this consciousness stops existing. Because this consciousness is exactly who I am. So, of course, through the process of self-understanding, when I forgave myself, then, of course, this pain consciousness was released. So today I can say, I really have no regrets about everything I have accomplished. What was often not understood is that when I was in a final incarnation process, many thought that I was in intense suffering. No. At this time, I did my whole process of forgiveness and freed myself from this consciousness. Then, as there was no longer this consciousness of pain, I no longer felt attached to these beings who were in pain. So I can even say that in the same way that I freed myself from this pain consciousness, I freed all of them. Because this pain consciousness, without my realizing it, were an attachment I was keeping everyone imprisoned in my being, and I was imprisoning all of them. Through this self-forgiveness, I generated the release of everyone. Everyone was released, and in this experience, I tell you all that it is a process where you really live what unconditional love is. Because for you to generate a benefit to beings, you don't have to live what they are living. Because if you live what they are living, how are you going to generate any benefit? You have to be only in the understanding. That's why through the understanding, you bring all beings a benefit. You bring to all beings exactly what you want. With this guidance, I say goodbye. Thank you very much.